I'm hearing castles came crumbling down. This is somebody who experienced some serious tower moments. Castles in the sky. So it's as though they were truly in the rubble, trying to find themselves. So whatever they had created with these castles in the sky were just versions of themselves that felt like they were missing. So instead of going in and filling the void, they were externally placing this energy instead, right? Trying to find completion, fulfillment, answers outside. And when the castles in the sky, as you were, came crumbling down, they actually allowed themselves to spend a lot of time still trying to find their missing pieces in that rubble. The missing pieces were not in the rubble. It was always within, right? Let's see, who's this message for, what this message is. Okay. Someone's had to find a lot of safety in themselves. It's taken them a long time. Learning how to trust themselves, which is not easy. You know, for everybody, when you've gone through a lot of... there's a reason they were externally trying to find answers. Emperor. Yeah, it felt like it. It's that masculine energy within, right? The Strength card, Leo. These both say, you know, that energy of courage. You know, taking action. Bold action. Leader action, you know. There's definitely been a massive hit on their root chakra. So really that could have been their finances as well. I think this is when divine intervention truly could finally take place, is what I'm getting. So they must be very... I mean, this is a Leo card, right? There's a lot of fire here already. This must be very, very stubborn and very fixed sign energy, right? Quite stubborn. Okay. So I think that for a long time, though deep within they knew there was something missing, they just couldn't see clearly, and they kept wanting to find answers outside of themselves. Look at that, the Lovers. So this is why they needed to be aligned for this. They needed, they've been on a path of inner union. Wow, that's really profound actually, because that means, look at the Leo, the Strength card, the Lovers, springtime energies, new beginnings. They were being prepared. I think that this is someone who's finally recognizing that they were castles in the sky, keeps coming through, that it wasn't like their reality, if you will, you know, because it was playing out falsity. They might have even been in masks in that energy, okay? But as you can see, that it has taught them a lot of lessons. They've been paying attention. Very good. Yes, they have. Look at the expansion. Oh, the heart space expanded so very much. I can feel that. I can just feel it. It was like, whoa. You know, I think that they didn't realize the kind of love they had deep in their heart. You know, even if they knew they were like, you know, had that loving energy, I don't think they understood that. When I say love, I'm not just talking about, you know, loving categories. I'm talking about the universal language of love that they are able to feel so deeply. So the void really was just showing them how to, like, it was mirroring to them, you know, showing them, look at all of this within you. I'm seeing all these galaxies, you know. I mean, yeah, kind of like that probably. The card, Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, there's a turning point, destiny. Something's expanding. Yes, this person's heart space, also their abundance, so they truly have been working on that. So that not only did it take a hit, they've been coming back from it, right? This is why they had to step into that divine masculine energy, the action taker, the decision maker, from a wound, not from a wounded place, from a healthy space. And they needed to see where all the wounds were in order to be this trustworthy leader. It says protective here, action-oriented, strong, strength, a lot of strength here, internal and external. Seeing someone going to the gym or something, or even if it's not the gym, just like lifting weights, you know, those training boot camp kind of energies, classes. Okay, what else? This truly is them finding this love, this openness, this warmth, you know. Yeah, and it's come with this imbalance. Sorry, the imbalance has become balanced. So this Temperance card, again, all the fire signs on the table now. It really is giving the, I'm seeing the 2 cups, you know, but it was the 2 cups within. A lot of internal shifts have been taking place. This is a lot of growth because somebody was way off their destiny path. Okay. They've been learning moderation, how to bring harmony to themselves, but also their external situations, like how to create that abundance around them. This card keeps showing up at the bottom. It's not coming out. It's a Virgo card. So maybe this has been happening since of a prominent Virgo season. I feel like before this one, maybe 2024. Prince of Fire, Sagittarius energies again. So within the next 14 to 30 days, autumn is really, and then you got the fall. So there's some kind of new beginning coming within the next 30 days, like so the month, okay? Ah, beautiful. Yes, it's time. Whoever this divine masculine energy is, they're getting a big yes here. And it's autumn time, this energy. Culmination, abundance, finally moving on from those towers. They've stepped up. They're not in that rubble. And I think this is, you know what? This could be someone you're connected to and you just remember them in that rubble. That's why this might be coming through, you know. If this is not you, if this is someone you're connected to, because I don't think you've seen their expansion, their growth, or anything like this. So you just remember them as that past version. I always say it's important to create space for people's evolution, your own as well. You know, not just keep them boxed in that past version, you know. Allow them fluidity. I think there's something important about maybe sexuality or just something about fluidity. It's really important here. Okay, big yes for the divine masculine energy here, the action, the leader. Ooh. I just keep seeing this firm tree with the strong roots. You know, this is someone who's been working hard, delving deep. I don't think they realised I've literally just heard how much the poison has gotten into their system, like the insidious energy of it. So that's what's come through. Wintertime, Aquarius energies, okay. Interesting. So I think that they've had a lot of, you know, like these cycles that can happen. Sometimes they can be prominent at certain times, you know, time scales. I think winter was something really important for whoever this is. Something about wintertime is really important. Maybe some realizations or just something, that energy of that rebirth wanting to come through. You know, they've had to have a lot of courage and strength, especially in wintertime, is what I'm getting. That's really important for whoever this is. Ah, see, come out with the Lovers, a death card. That's a total transformation. There had to be an ending. There had to be an ending here. Yeah, this is wintertime as well. And it literally it's about resting, detaching, silence. So this has been in silence. There was an ending here. A letting go process, a breaking up. And yeah, there's been a total overhaul since though. So whatever this is, there's definitely a connection that is in separation, or it just feels like it's ended. There's stuckness here. There's something that's stuck. There's clearly something that needs to be addressed though. So it's still in the air for a reason, right? Wow, Leo energies. The sun. Look at these. They've come out together. Look at that energy. Beautiful sacral, that solar plexus, you know. Vitality, the energy of just pure vibrancy. Trees, someone's really expanding. This is beautiful. They're purpose driven, they're success focused. No more distractions is what I'm getting. This is big growth, you know. They've been learning those lessons. Yes, it continues, you know, the tests, whatever, will come through. But someone's so much more focused on their expansion. Creativity, that energy is coming back, that flair where you can really enjoy, have that zest for life, you know, that yummy energy. Seeing a lot of fire here. Okay, as in even the elements, so you could connect with like maybe fire meditations, seeing a bonfire or something, you know, healthy in healthy ways, protecting everyone, you know. Springtime, Taurus. Ah, this is why that patience is needed. Something might have happened in springtime. Maybe you got some kind of confirmation or something, but you've still had to be patient. And it could be that next spring could be really important for something pivotal. Even just a balance here to come through. We've got the Empress. Okay. Whoa, this is interesting. So, with the Devil as well. There's something coming to light within the next 30 days, and it's to do with this divine feminine energy. So either it's someone who they themselves have been keeping this divine feminine energy in the veil of shadow, you know, telling them to have a story about how it's only pleasure and that kind of thing. Really denying, they've been in denial is what I'm hearing, really in denial of their emotion, of taking accountability, even though I think that on a level, clearly here, they've been understanding this, okay? Well, in the next 30 days, something's coming through to show you. what this has been. This is literally, I do also think there's been a truly strong magnetic connection here, and someone did not understand this. This is what they've really had to remove those veils of, to really understand that actually the intensity of the feelings they have is truly a reflection of the depth of intensity they have within themselves. There's also something about the wounded feminine energy within that someone's really had to clear through. Okay, I'm just going to get another one just to confirm this. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, the moon, and then the moon twice. Pisces energy as well. High priestess. The intuition. So someone's really been blocked off to their, this literally says blocked intuition as well. They've been blocked off to their own knowing. They've blocked themselves off. They've distracted themselves. They've numbed themselves. I'm hearing addictive behaviours, you know. Even if it's something like excessive spending is what I'm hearing. Someone who spends a lot. Maybe food addictions, you know. Just anything that was giving that hit of pleasure, so that they weren't addressing the depth within them, the depth, the deceptions that they've experienced that has brought the traumas in their heart space, you know, the fear, the anxiety of what this truly meant. I think that they were truly scared of how they felt. They felt deeply, truly. Look at the big change though. You've got the Emperor coming out with the big yes, the expansion, the abundance, the courage, the strength, right? And this is what's going to come to light now, this in the next 30 days. The truth of what's been happening beneath the surface. You know, understanding that actually there's been more here than meets the eye, you know. There's definitely something about this Empress energy that's really important. It's not just the energy within them, it's someone outside of them. They've had a strong connection. I think that just, that's what it is, just come through. They were connected to someone who they thought was their divine feminine. So, you know, that false flame energy, the karmic energy maybe, this is addictive energies, codependency, this unhealthy attachment, you know, might have been pursuing addictions together or just allowing you to keep cycling through the same stuff. Anyway, whatever the case, there was something else, someone else in this particular message who, for this particular collective, okay, who I think that they were this divine masculine energy. Now they know, they understand with everything that's been healing and coming through, you know, the healing here, the star. Virgo energy again, they're understanding, they're seeing clearly, right? The silence, the secrets on how they felt, the silence because they weren't sure what they were feeling. They really didn't understand this, which is quite sad, you know. Society teaches you, everyone, but especially that divine masculine energy, to be blocked off from their inner knowing, their divine truth, that balance within, their intuition. They've been really working in that 3D, right? I'm seeing literally breaking through the matrix, right? But the strings, you know, that's why that material energy was coming through so much. They've been doing well though. I think they're re-channeling things differently. Yeah, look at that, 10 of Cups. Happily ever after, ultimate happiness. They are channeling things very differently. I also think this, whoever is connected here in this divine feminine energy, will need to have a King of Cups. Wow, this really is, that masculine energy is coming through, King of Swords. Something about the divine feminine energy who might herself have a very strong intuition, but is also, like I said, still seeing them in that rubble, right? From the very beginning I said that there might be some kind of vow that she needs to lift. Like I said about keeping people in their past versions, it's hard when you haven't got physical proof or whatever, but we know this is beyond the 3D, right? There's more to it. And you don't, if you need physical proof, then that means you're attaching to something. It's like you need closure, you don't, right? Come back to yourself. There's something really about not holding someone against their past, or maybe even how they behaved, whatever it is, because whatever's coming out here looks really powerful in a positive way. That King of Cups, not only can that King of Cups has come from this detached avoidant energy, if you want to call it that, you know, really difficulty in understanding and processing their emotions, therefore avoiding their healing, scrambling through for ages. But now finally they've been accessing that inner feminine. They're allowing that beautiful Lover's card, that alignment within, to really show them what they truly want, what is fulfilling their heart space. And so they're becoming the person they need to be. They're understanding that they need to be a version of themselves. They need to level up, right? Emotional stability. I'm hearing someone who wants to take care of, you know, that protective energy that's coming through. Someone who's very wanting to take care of, you know, who they love. Four of Swords. The awakening. So this is why there's been silence. There's someone's been going through awakening, then it's been very, and that is a very, personal journey. But I'm seeing also something here about, I'm going to say what comes as usual. Someone's very much been thinking about their future, and when they're seeing things on the horizon, they are seeing the truth to what they have been awakened to, right? And it's very, intimacy is a big deal here. Intimacy, okay? I'm talking emotional, physical, all of it, truly. Oh my God, the Queen of Cups, King and Queen of Cups with the awakening. Gosh, that means, wow, let's see. Oh. What? The Ten of Pentacles. Oh gosh, no wonder our Emperor's come out with this big yes and all that positive energy. The only thing that's throwing me is over there with the Empress, interestingly enough, but I just think that's actually to do with the silence and the intensity of feelings that has not been spoken on, but it's had to be understood first. Remember I talked about the balance of the head and heart. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, that's it. Ultimate cycles of abundance. You have to maintain it. Important to remember, it doesn't just come out of nowhere. You have to come together, create the right foundation, maintain it. But this is literally, like, truly, I'm actually seeing a lot of, I said material, but success, and therefore being utilized in healthy ways. But you will get tempted. So you know how I said that excessive energy of spending, maybe indulging, hedonism kind of energy. Be mindful of that. That's when you need to retreat, go within to check yourself, bring yourself back into balance, okay? Yeah, 8 of Pentacles, working on it. Really being intentional with this so that there is no more towers and castles in the sky, crumbling or whatever. Putting in the work for this. Oh my God, the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. I think this Divine Feminine has been going through her own, well, of course she has been going through her own rebirth, but I think there's something here about material attachment for both of these. That could be a thing. Oh my God, Ace of Pentacles, birthing something new. Straight away, there's something about birthing something. Yes, okay, it could be a child, we'll see. But there's something here about truly, either there's a project, a business, something that is really going to come into fruition. And all of this is giving working hard and getting those pentacles. Path of purpose has been activated, truly. And this Queen of Pentacles, again, earthy sign, she's so grounded. The Emperor, again, grounded. This energy is just so powerful. She's grounded, she's dependable, she's nurturing. 9 of Pentacles. I was going to say, she needs to know when to look after herself too. I'm seeing that Queen of the Castle. Castle just keeps coming through, right? Could be a name for someone. 9 of Pentacles is really, independent, but also knowing your worth, knowing what you do have to offer. I think this is where this Emperor and the Strength again, first 2 cards, Emperor and Strength. This is where someone's witnessing this person. That's why the Devil energy is coming through, because it's almost like they're suddenly, I said that obsessive energy, it's like they just can't get enough, But they're in silence, exactly, the Hermit and the Stone. Leo, Virgo energies as well, so that time of year, okay. They've been in silence about this. They've been thinking about, I think that they've been pondering and whether to come back. Ooh. Interesting. We'll see. Or also on how to come through. So there is this sun energy, this happy energy, sun, right? Warmth, the vitality, the success, the energy of yes. That fulfillment again. But this is where someone's making sure that they're not trying to search for fulfillment outside of them anymore. Queen of Cups again. God, there's so much emotion. You two have both been going through such an emotionally imbalancing journey, which means that you've had to go through some serious lessons when it comes to the emotional landscape that you have. Yep, see, that's an energy of communication, but being so uncertain how to communicate. I mean, look at the King of Cups there. So, someone's leveling up, but I think just how they actually put this into practice, they're really wanting to do their best at this. Yeah, Page of Swords, another confirmation. They could be learning something maybe about their Divine Feminine, but really allowing themselves to expand in the mind so that they're not so restricted when it comes to their feelings, communicating their feelings, having this energy of, I think that it's going to be such a surprise, for them to actually do this. And I think that they also, as a result, they know that. So clearly it's been a while here, the back energies. But they don't want to, I'm hearing they don't want to cause a storm, Interestingly enough, what I'm getting here is that just as much as the Divine Masculine hasn't spoken on their truth, neither has the Divine Feminine in terms of the feelings. You've both been working through an entrapment of the mind. Divine Feminine is very intuitive. It's almost like as if you've been waiting for the truth or something. I don't know, but again, might have been something that you've had to really work on detaching, from expectation, from anyone else outside of you. Oh my gosh. Strength. Again, 8 of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands. There's definitely some kind of truth that needs to come to the surface. Whatever happened in the past was done hastily, not thought out, really impulsively, selfishly, if I'm honest. That's how it feels. Even though I'm not sure somebody wanted to be acting in that way. You're going to need strength over your temptations. I think there's a lot of passion in this energy. Like attraction for each other, right? There's going to be some weights that need to be lifted, as in clearing through the truth of what happened and the truth of your feelings. This feels like a communication energy. But there's definitely something coming through that's going to allow you to finally clear out that heavy. You've been carrying this heavy weight for a while, whoever this is. This is a cycle that hasn't been fully closed out properly. Why? Because the conversations haven't been had. The strength to pursue these conversations hasn't been acted upon. 8-8. Okay. But again, whatever hurdles that have been in the way, this reading is giving that someone truly is trying to overcome this. They're actively pursuing this. That stability there, I think, I'm also hearing something about a new home. Castle keeps coming through for a reason. Something about a new home. And I think that might actually be connected to the Divine Feminine. That's that storm I said. Someone doesn't want to cause a storm. There was a storm in the past. A totally unexpected storm. Okay, number 8 again. Storm torn up, unexpected, total wreck, breakdown, over and done. Like I said, it feels like the energy, which is why I think another reason why someone might be so hesitant on moving forwards. But I don't know, I say that. I think they have been. But now it feels like they're way more, feeling way more, I guess, driven. But there's just some kind of energy within them. It's expansion they've been experiencing. It's giving them a lot of confidence. That's what it is. They're feeling very confident. Number 11, Jay, forced. Okay. This is what happened. There was aggression, painful. It felt painful. Your communication was not on point, which is why someone's afraid of communicating now. Okay, makes sense. There's this energy of, again, time, wanting to do things fast, and not really taking a moment, pausing to think about the consequences of your actions and also what's best for all involved. So you're not hurting anyone. There might have been aggression here, feeling very triggered. It does say kinky as well, so that could be important for somebody. And it says doing it again. So again, I think that devil energy truly is this intense attraction to this Divine Feminine for this particular collective. Okay. So you are on target though. I feel like this is a new beginning. It's number 1. It's like that new beginning, right? Careful aim this time. Focused. Shooting straight. Implementing a strategy. This is about being direct. Somebody knows this. Clear the confusion. That fog energy. Yeah, masculine. Confirmation. Masculine energy. That's who's on target right now. They want to speak their truth. Look at the vulnerability there. They're realizing this is one of a kind. Not only this, the Divine Feminine that's coming through is one of a kind. And also, I think that they're seeing it in a more vulnerable way, number 9, than they have been before. They know they need to handle this carefully. Not only do they, you need to create a safety for each other, but I think that there's something massive here about they know they need to handle their person they're connected to very carefully. Someone who's got a lot of self-value, self-respect. I feel like there's some kind of karmic element that needs to be closed out by both of you. When I say that, I'm not talking about this is a karmic connection at all. That's not what this is. What I'm saying is it has triggered some elements within you that were already existing, that were karmic energies that needed to be closed out. You couldn't be together to do that. You needed to go your own ways. Okay. Handle carefully. Original, one of a kind, delicate situation. Be precise. They know they need to be clear and transparent here. It's getting what you deserve. Synchronicity, karma, cycles. Whoa. Oh, this reading is like on another level. This is at next level. My God, diamond ring. And then you got the waterfall, overflowing abundance. That's a big deal for whoever this is. That expansion card, big deal. There's expansion. I think maybe you're both aligning on this energetic level, but there's expansion for both of you coming in. Abundance. That's why that Ten of Pentacles came through, because when you come together, you're actually going to be quite abundant. And I don't say that to feed egos. I want to make that clear. This is about you two finally aligning with that Lover's card, aligning within yourselves, understanding your soul purpose. Remember I said purpose driven? There's something more to the reason you're getting this abundance. You're here to do something bigger, not just like that self-indulgent energy, which will test you, like we said. Okay, 25. Again, there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself and, you know, loving yourself enough to do what's best for you. And that's not what I'm talking about. Whoever this reading is for, you'll completely understand what I'm saying. Proposal, engagement, agreement, next level. Promise, partnership, statement of intent, marriage, union. Letting go, there's fulfillment here, tears of joy. That want to come through. My God. I think this divine masculine energy might also be coming out of something that's been really destructive. That was part of the castles in the sky, right? Magnifying glass number 27. It's finding out more information. Doing research. That's interesting. Okay. They've not stopped looking in. This is just clarity. Even though there might have been this ending energy, complete letting go and total wreck and just feeling that wreck inside, really. They've not stopped looking in. They're wanting to know what's their person doing constantly. But the weird thing about this is actually help them. And it's not actually weird at all. I don't even know why I said that. Clearly somebody thinks it's weird. It's not. It's actually divinely orchestrated. It's helping them to understand their path even more. How they've been watching in and keeping an eye on the divine feminine. It's helped them to finally understand their path more. Because that was a compass underneath. And now we've got the broom. So they're not only are they discovering their true path, which you can see with the first few cards here, big yes energies, but they're finally getting rid of that excessive devil energy that was coming through. This is the anchor. They're becoming the anchor. The stability, the endurance is paying off, you know. They're seeing how they get to be that safe space, truly. 35 and 9. Secure, persevering, long-lasting, advantage, fortitude, persistent. Don't forget, 10 of Pentacles is that. You put in the work to get there. You understand what it means to work for whatever it is that you're truly going to, you know, be long-lasting, have that beautiful energy of commitment. That's house, literally. Safety, comfort, stability. It says tradition here as well. Creating your own traditions. Shelter, boundaries, safety as well. Divine timing has been at play here. And the card of longevity, okay. Standing the test of time is unstoppable. Divine timing, truly. Let's see what else you need to be aware of. The moon, divine feminine energy, so that's psyche. Also really connecting to that has been such a big deal for this, you know, to really help that. Remember I said that wounded feminine energy? Someone's really been working on that. That's a compass that came through. This is again come out just as I was talking about the divine feminine, and that's what when I was talking about it before. The compass, helping them find their true path. Finally, number 22, 2. Discovery, life path, true north, seeking truth, direction, finding your way, knowing what you want, making a plan again, exploring. Someone really does want to bring in that offer here with this Ace of Pentacles. But again, I think that might also be someone, the divine feminine, really finding that as well. The abundance. Lighthouse. Someone's been recognizing they are the lighthouse, number 7. Your inner guidance system, so no longer being blocked off to your intuition, safe passage, illumination, the right direction, plotting a course again, gaining clarity, secure, navigating obstacles. You've had the obstacles, you've understood those better. Now it's time to navigate them. Remove any negativity that's clouding your judgment, you know. The energy of that quick wanting to get what you want, the pleasure hits and all that. Okay. Just as I said that, oh my God, the snake came out. That's about that. Sexuality, seduction, counterproductive energy, toxic betrayals, and, you know, backstabbing. And it's come out with this red herring. I actually think maybe you think this is what someone's still like. You know, maybe this is how they're presented before, that they're a false flag and, you know, you thought that they were this, but they turned out to be that and really wounded. Okay, fine. But I don't think this is like they're like anymore. But it is something that you need to be mindful of, that energy, both of you. I'm not letting that energy get in the way. There's jealousy there. There's betrayal. And it says a false flag, trying to distract you. There will be energies wanting to pull you away because you have such a powerful light. God, that I can't get over the way the cards came out before. There's so much vibrancy that I mentioned. This is steering clear, literally. Charting your own course. You are becoming a master, a guide. The skills you're gaining, that's why you're needed. Your light is needed. Number 15, you're in control now. Again, exploring. Freedom is important here, okay? That's why that Sagittarius energy was coming through. Wisdom, an expert, going places, self-determination. Let's get another one. And just as I said that, the magnet came out. This is truly about that seduction energy. So that's something to be very mindful of. Clearly, that's something that someone's had to heal through. I think both of you, honestly. There's something about this. The longing, detachment, remember, so important. You've got to learn that through this ending. 32, desire, gravity, magnetic attraction, charm, yearning, field of influence. Be mindful about the energies around you. This divine feminine feels like she could be very magnetic as well. Let's just get a couple more just to get some clarity for you. Oh, that was a masculine again. It kind of fell out, but didn't. Oh, I feel like that's confirmation. This divine feminine has a lot of energies around her. Magnetic, the sun, her light. It could be masculines, okay? So it did come. Oh my god, another card of that fireworks, that like sexual energy, the lust again. That word came up before as well. Oh my god, there's 3. Oh. I think things are gonna come through so much. You could be like, whoa, wasn't expecting that. These are positive cards as well, so it's positive things. Overflowing abundance came out. Number 34. No more chasing energy. That's what's being cleared. It's beautiful. There's this emotional release, letting it go, and this is what's bringing what needs to come in. Fulfillment, release, tears of joy, working together. So this could be to do with your work as well, having a team. There's healthy debate here. There's valued input. Number 9 again. Unity. This is about allowing each other to be heard as well. But wherever you're going, the stepping stones that you're taking towards this abundance, which I think is in more areas than one, you know. It's about, I don't think either of you're both very hardworking is what I'm getting. Number 17, especially this divine feminine. The process of arrival, step by step, way out, knowing, spiritual growth. This is progress here. So you are moving away from this energy, but be mindful of it when it wants to come back through. There's a lot of attraction and passion. I said that fire was coming through, the energy of it, right? 30, passion, chemistry, lust, desire, again, kiss, celebrate, happiness, exhilaration, new year, excitement, explosive sex. Someone could have given themselves a bit of a deadline. You know, I said that someone's stuck on time a bit. They need to release that. They might be doing that. I'm seeing it with the diamond ring as well, that next level. Interesting. Yes. The sun just keeps coming out. The sun's a big deal in this energy. The sun. Your sun sign or just generally. 31. Yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled, pride. Less pride. More heart. That's beautiful. That courage is coming from the heart then. Radiant, success, vigor, divine masculine. Daytime, victory, happy, warm. Rider, green light, falls for speed ahead. This reading is just like really wow. Let's see. Watching spirit for your connection, moving forwards. Oh my god, straight away, new love cycle, heart-to-heart conversations. Oh my gosh. What else do you need to be aware of for your connection? There is this energy of divine feminine being tempted externally and being mindful because, worth waiting for. You know, you can reach that point when you're the divine feminine where you just, you know, it's, I'm not talking about from a wounded space, I'm not going to wait, you know, whatever. It's not that. It's genuinely thinking, you know what? You learn your worth so much and you think, hold on, because like I said, you're still thinking about that past version of them, which they've evolved from, but you're seeing their alignment and you haven't seen their current physical reality, so you can't really see how you're aligned right now, which is why you're clearing through your intuition and understanding your inner knowing, not attaching anymore. Worth waiting for. Whatever is coming your way, divine feminine, it's been worth waiting for. Divine timing has been at play. That's not the first time that's come through. Okay, someone might have been focusing on healing family issues. I'm hearing that generational wealth as well. That's why that 10 of Pentacles has just come to mind as well, for me specifically. What else do you need to be aware of for your connection? Yeah, finances and career. That's such a big deal in this energy. So that's going to be a big part of your connection then. Maybe a part of your purpose. The way you're going to be giving back. Let's just see if there's anything else. Wow. Chemistry, yeah, strong magnetic connection. That's just confirmation. This is about really understanding what page you're on and intentional with your alignment. That light-hearted energy. You might have had a very light-hearted approach when you first connected. You know, that flirty energy might have been just wasn't as solid, as grounded. You weren't creating that strong foundation. You've had differences growing up, cultural differences, but this is feels like quite a spiritual connection. Definitely soul purpose here. Okay, divine masculine, what do you need to be aware of moving forwards? New start is coming straight away. Divine feminine, what do you need to be aware of moving forwards? New romantic cycle as well. Show the world the real you. Okay, I think that's why that mask came out. Sorry, the devil as well. Masks, don't mask your truth. Your vulnerability, your softness is your strength. The way you can, the depths of what you can feel and see, right? Yeah, okay, you have to protect yourself or whatever, but there's authentic expression that's needed here, especially for this. I think that, again, neither of you have spoken truly about how you feel. But I'm talking about in your purpose path as well, something about that. So just some confirmation moving forwards. Divine masculine, what do you need to be aware of moving forwards? Beautiful new start that's coming. You're going to need to clear the through the conflict, the energy of conflict. Fast forward movement. You know where your alignment is versus where it's not. You've been learning that. You've been cutting out a lot of voices to get closer to your own heart and your own divine truth. And that's going to pay dividends moving forward. So there's going to be fast progression for you. That's where you need to stay steady, balanced. Understand what pulls you away, the temptations. This is about you staying on top of that. Because you know where you want to go. You're on target. That archer, it's no joke. Look at that justice. The divine justice coming in. But I also feel like you have the sword of justice as well. You know, you're paying attention this time. There's balance coming in and it's karmic intervention. You're balancing out your karma. It's a big deal. Divine feminine, what you need to bear of moving forwards. Oh, learning how to be collaborating. Energy of doing things together, which means you might be very solo. You might be a very solo person. You've been learning how to, you know, work together. Okay. Seeing a little cottage. Seeing a little cottage. You know those little kitchens in the cottage? Oh my God, the Queen of Wands. You're in your power. Your vibrancy, your light, your magnetism is glowing. This again is another confirmation for me about your authentic expression is so important. It's needed here again. Truly. You are that lighthouse. No wonder you have this magnetic glow. Maybe have a lot of people coming your way or whatever. But again, for you, it's staying focused. It's not about, oh, doing things my way and, you know, doing what I need to get what I want. It's not that energy at all. This is about knowing who the right people are for you, collaborating in a healthy space, understanding that your light is here for you. Yeah, that's a divine light. It's here for a sacred purpose. Understanding that. It's too many cards. There's a Six of Cups. I don't think this is something you've done from a young age, so that's why it's kind of feels so profound. That the full brand new journey for you. Seven of Swords. I'm gonna get another one for that. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Maybe there's some truths that you need to. Oh my God, the Empress. Seven of Swords. That's really confusing. I think that maybe you've been in a energy of really putting yourself first. And I did say that before, you know, learning how to tend to yourself as well. The Magician though. Being mindful how you're creating. Again, thinking, ensuring that other people are others and thinking of others, okay? Which is interesting. But I think, again, that's how you've had to bring yourself back to your balance. Got the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. I think this is about learning how to be in your sacred union. You've been learning, having lessons in your life generally. So when it comes to connections, family, friends, loved ones, whatever, partners, whatever, so that you can come into sacred union. 11, 4 of Wands, that's stability. You're creating something that is in your absolute divine alignment because you're finally accessing your divine light. And the expansive energy that is your divine love, truly. So you're both being prepared right now. So be mindful because, like I say, the shadow, the energy will want to be there, but authenticity, transparency, handling each other and your situation with care. Do not follow these false flags, the magnetic poles, the temptations, or even just things that you think maybe are coming your way as trying to distract you, you know, even if it's to do with each other. Okay, you two give each other clarity, not whatever's happening here in your subconscious drivers or other people around you. This is why this energy and divine masculine knows this is their kind of vicinity, the ball is in their core, whatever, if you want to say that, to correct this, to bring this justice to this situation. Divine feminine, do not hang on to these past ways of the betrayals because you're creating something new here. And this is Two of Cups and this Four of Wands. This is beautiful. You know, you can find that emotional alignment with each other and that stability to bring it. It's here. But you just got to really have an interesting approach because this is going to be a new love cycle, okay? That, yes, has been worth waiting for, remember? Do not lose focus on your abundance path of purpose. That's really important here. I'm just super quickly going to check. I feel like there might be another energy in the mix. So it's about knowing how to make, unrequited love. That's what it is. I can feel it. There's something else that you need to be mindful of that doesn't pull you away. Because there's certain things that have ended and they needed to end, however long it's been, you know. Look at that, straight away, reconciliation and wedding. So I think there might be two people here. There's someone who you're going to reconcile with and somebody else who, this is not Two of Cups. This is I'm hearing like that messy situation, or even just that sexual energy, whatever it is, just really based, it feels really, I don't know, it's just, it feels like that devil energy, if I'm honest. Like the veil, you know, just feels so like crawling on the skin. It's really hard to explain, but whatever the case, you know, it's going to teach you how to be mindful, especially when there's these energies of that heavy weights. Some things can come through and, you know, it suddenly looks like a light because it's making you feel better, but is it just that instant gratification, that dopamine hit, right? Because this longer term energy wants to come through. That diamond ring is no joke. There's been a separation. There needed to be the releasing the past energy. Someone wants to be honest about this. They've been calling in themselves, and honestly, you've been calling each other in. So you know this, okay? It's on the cards. So stay focused. You've got this. Sending love.